Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bagman Podcast. This is episode 7. We got a special guest again today. Over to my right, as usual, is the He-Man of human communication, the She-Ra of speech. Well, what did we call you? We called you Master of Communications, Mr. Stockberger.
I have the Trojans.
Master of Languages.
Yes.
Master of Languages, Mr.
Yes.
Stockberger. Mr. Stockberger, how was your week?
My week is off to a great start.
Yeah.
Last week ended on a great end, I suppose.
Better than last Monday.
Better than last Monday, yes.
deal.
Yes. I have a big update.
Ooh.
I have the green and the orange Happy Meal buckets.
Oh, just wait on the white.
Ty Smalt says he got me a white, but it's at his home. So until I see it and it's in my hands, I don't believe it.
The dog ate my bucket.
Yes.
Is that what it is? So you must have gotten the orange one recently, right?
Yeah, just yesterday.
Oh, very cool. Well, if Ty doesn't come through, but I'm sure he will, I've got an extra white bucket at home.
Okay, I'll
They're
appreciate it.
disappointingly small this year.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
When I was at McDonald's, these things are huge.
Yeah, they were a lot more impressive. Ice cream bucket sized, I would say.
Candy size.
Yeah, at least. Welcome back. I'm Mr. Sowers. I'll throw my lower third up there in case you didn't know how to spell it. I got defrauded again. So 2 times in 1 week, got my debit card information stolen. I'm not going to put this on the rant section, just kind of my update in the rewind section. So went to Lafayette, got a new card at IFQ. Shout out to IFQ Fraud Prevention. They are fantastic.
They are.
They're
really
so
are.
good. This time it was Cash App. I had 6 transactions on Cash App, not as cool as cowbells, but 6 transactions through Cash App on my.
You're working your way up.
Well, it was
once you reach cowbell,
$300 and some dollars. It was like $320 some dollars.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So should have that back soon. But shout out to the people that work at IFQ. They were awesome.
Yeah.
Got the card printed up right there, so I can get defrauded again this week. So it'll be a good time. We want to introduce to the podcast Covington soccer coach and all around GG, and also First Assembly of God. What would you call yourself? A youth pastor?
Yes, I'm
Youth pastor. This is Zack Messick.
I am an associate pastor, so
Associate pastor.
board pastor, whatever. I have many titles.
Did you get booed by Stock? What was that for?
It's harsh.
Oh my goodness.
He's horrible at parking. I'm just
Oh,
going to
well.
say that.
Well, that's a good point then.
Well, my driver's ed teacher is in
Oh,
this room.
shots fired.
Your driver's ed teacher taught you how to park.
I
Well,
passed.
apparently not if he still doesn't know how. All right. So, rewind section. Anything you want to mention in your last week, Zach, as
My
we go
last
forward?
week?
Yeah. How did your last week go?
Busy last week.
Yeah, we had the Fields of Faith. How'd that go on your end?
Fields of Faith went well. Setup this year was really smooth, went really fast. I was lucky that we got to come over and set up early. I actually got to go eat beforehand, so that's nice.
Which usually doesn't happen.
No, it never happened.
Yeah.
But this year
Yeah,
was
thanks for the
possible.
invite, Zach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Come on to Fields of Faith, Stock. Is that the invite you're talking about, or is it the Subway?
I was at Fields of Faith. I was supper that night.
No, the kids asked me to go out, and I thought, oh, I don't go with them that often. So
Yeah.
Wait, your kids
a good
or wait, your biological or your
my
spiritual?
my youth students, not my biological kids.
Oh, that's great. Your biological or your spiritual? That's a good question. Good distinction. So yeah, that went really well, I thought. A lot of kids there.
Yeah.
A lot of investment. Really neat to see everybody out and around, all the youth pastors around here coming in and kind of bringing their groups. And we had some kids that didn't belong to a youth group show up. So that's kind of awesome as well. So I thought that was good. Anything else from this past weekend? It was the weekend before you guys played soccer sectional. We'll get to that.
Alyssa Fairchild is now Alyssa Prescott.
Oh yeah, congratulations
Yeah,
to
congrats.
Alyssa.
I officiated that wedding.
You did that wedding, yeah.
So
So where was that?
that was at her house. It was in
Okay.
the backyard of her house. So
That's a big house too.
That is.
That's a big yard at
Yeah.
least.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
A circus tent about half a mile away. It was
Oh man, so it was a production.
It was, yes.
Awesome.
A lot of work went into that.
Now, you've done weddings and funerals. Which ones do you prefer? I know it's a strange question. I know
It
it's a
is,
strange
but I
question.
understand what you mean. Honestly,
To prepare for
it's
it.
different, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. And it's easier for me to comfort a family through a funeral. It's a lot of work for a marriage because there's months of premarital counseling and just a lot of work with that. A wedding's happier, definitely.
Yeah.
That part of it, but
Well,
Yeah.
some funerals are happy.
Unless it's Grandma Marilyn's funeral, that was kind of a party. Those are my favorite funerals where you can actually celebrate the life, look
Yeah.
back on what
Yeah.
they did,
Oh, yeah.
and see all the people that love them or they've touched their lives in some way, and they get to come out to the funeral and you get to hang out with them.
Definitely.
That's kind of my favorite part. Weddings, I've never really enjoyed.
no.
They're kind of stuffy,
Yeah,
and
Alyssa knew that. I told her, and that was in my sermon.
Yeah.
And I told her.
they're just so awkward to me, right? It's just, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know who to sit with.
Yeah.
Especially if you're friends with the groom and the bride. That's when it gets really awkward.
Yeah.
You're like, who do I sit with? And that's kind of some of the ones we've been together,
Yep.
Stock. We've been in that situation.
Well, last wedding I went to was Abby White. Abby,
Yeah.
if you're listening, love you, girl. They're going to have a girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I would sit. They didn't have name cards on tables or anything. You just found a table and sat there.
Yeah.
I ended up sitting right next to Justin Long.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, there was a big table of Justin, several other people.
Well, that's awesome.
But yeah, it was good to see him. Good to catch up.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of neat to see kids you used to have in class down the road and
Yeah.
see how they've been and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, catch up with people. It's Halloween. Well, we call this Halloween weekend eve.
I suppose.
So our next podcast is probably going to be next Monday or next Tuesday. But there's a lot of stuff going on up to that point and kind of around here. And we wanted to
Yeah.
make people aware of a lot of the stuff going on. And we've got Zack on here to talk about one of
One more
specific-
rewind.
Yes. Well, this is part of Rewind, so go
Okay,
ahead.
good. We had the band concert last Thursday.
Oh, how fun was that?
They did an amazing job.
Yeah, it
Band
was
and
great.
choir. Oh my gosh.
It was great. I don't know if we're going to share that video, but I did get
Okay.
video of it, and turned out really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Craig and I were both in band. Zach says he can play guitar.
Says
I
he
don't know.
can.
Never was a baby. But I can play some instruments.
In music, there's something called phrasing, which is how you link up one note to the other, one measure to the next. And there was a movement. There was like a 5 or 6 measure piece of the 7th grade.
The 7th and 8th grade band? Yeah. Oh, shoot. What was that called?
I don't know. But anyway,
It's a song we played in middle school.
okay. Their phrasing in that section was absolutely astounding.
Yeah.
I was really
Mr.
impressed.
Cheddar was really, really proud of the 6th grade. They did a great job.
Yes, they did.
Playing a lot of different harmony parts and that kind of stuff, which is cool for 6th grade to be
Yeah.
able to do that. Really high on the 7th and 8th grade, man.
Yeah,
That piece sounded awesome.
it did.
So they were originally going to do 2, but he didn't feel one was up to snuff, that kind of stuff. So they cut one of them, but the one they played was awesome.
Yeah.
High school band did their halftime show, which was the Star Wars halftime show, which I love anyway because it's Star Wars. And then the choir did a couple numbers from the choral festival and did some other stuff, and it was a really good time.
I'm glad that they're succeeding. I mean,
Yeah. Well, it's hard when you bring a new person in.
it's always hard.
Yeah, when you get a new person that's running the entire program,
Yeah.
they looked great. They all looked, they dressed in their black, and
Yeah.
the choir dressed in white, and it was a really, really good performance. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I am glad you brought that up. I'm really jealous of you too, though, because I was up in the crow's nest filming this whole thing, and you got to hang out with LaDonna Spicer.
Well, just for a couple minutes.
Just for a couple, you got to say hi and kind of catch up a little bit.
But you'll remember, I had the misfortune. Somebody, can we do a mini rant right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, mini rant.
Mini rewind rant.
All right, we're going to get canceled because of this.
Oh, good.
Should I get the beep button ready?
You might.
Okay.
Elderly women, you do not have to put on a ton of perfume. Somebody,
We're not
somebody,
going to get canceled for that.
it's true. Somebody walked by me with this pungent, very pungent perfume on, and it stung my eyes for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, you told me about that in the hallway.
It was horrible.
Yeah. So it always reminds me of that scene in The Office when the new people move in and Phyllis has the strong perfume. Yeah. And Stanley has to say, I've been sitting next to it for years. Good times, good times. We do have a lot of stuff going on, though, and we want to mention a lot of the stuff that I could find anyway. So I went through the elementary school announcements, I went through middle school and high school announcements, and then I trolled Facebook for about 15 minutes, the wasteland that is Facebook. So I do want to mention a couple of these things, and then we'll go more detail later on. What did you call it, Zach? It's called
Light the Night.
Light the Night. We'll talk to Zach about Light the Night. But we've got the First Church of Christ is doing their coats for kids again this year. They've been doing this for several years, and I wanted to mention that one first because it starts tomorrow.
Yeah. And which church is that in?
That is
town?
the Church of Christ. So that's the one across from, Zach, you would say the library.
Yes.
Also across from First Baptist,
Yes.
right there on the corner. They used to do the soapbox derbies there. That's why I was in the annex part of that.
Sometimes kids will have their graduation open houses.
Yeah, it's a great space for
it's
that.
a nice,
Yeah, it
nice
absolutely,
space. Mm-hmm.
absolutely. So they've got that going. So if you've got coach you want to bring in, it's First Church of Christ. It's October 25th through the 28th. So tomorrow through the end of the week, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So anytime during the day, bring it in. We've got contact information we can post later for that kind of stuff as well. The nursery school's doing their 10th annual Halloween 5K, 10K.
10 years already.
It's been 10 years, and you've done this several times.
I've done it several times. I think I did it the first year. The one I remember the most, though, when did Ryan and Carrie host Fanta?
Oh my goodness, that's been a while.
Yeah, and Carrie,
Shout out to Tima.
Yeah, Team Tina.
Yep. Team was awesome.
Carrie dressed as something. I dressed as Batman, and then I made a sock monkey dressed as Robin.
Oh, fantastic.
And Robin's clothes, the red jacket,
Yep.
yellow cape, and then the blue short or green shorts, those are the same colors as Molly's flag.
Oh, that's awesome.
When I showed up at Ryan and Carrie's house with Robin, Fanta grabbed him from me. He's like, "Why is he wearing the flag?"
Oh, that's fantastic. She was super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun to host.
Yeah,
Part of that announcement, you are encouraged to wear Halloween costumes.
Yes.
So that's a big part of it. So
And
for more information, talk to Stock on Halloween costumes.
I've got a cape you can wear.
Exactly.
Every finisher gets a donut this year.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So there's cost involved. If you want to get in, it's a really good fundraiser for the nursery home or nursery school, not the nursing home. They've got their own stuff going on. But I think it's $20, $25
Okay.
per race individual. Groups are 20. We have 5 or more people. Individuals are 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'm doing it this year because I asked Ryan and he hasn't gotten back to me. And
Yeah.
you said
that sounds right.
classic Ryan.
That sounds right. Zach, have you ever run the 5K, 10K?
Hey, no.
You're over. You're too old now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I quit running.
Zach, we should mention, was a historic runner at Covington.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. So you've hung up the cleats. You were part of a relay team as well.
Yeah,
That was it the 4x100?
by one. Yeah.
Who are the other members?
Jeremy Barker, Keith Burke, and Cody Brown.
Oh man.
I can't tell you what the time was, but it's the record. So
Well, it's under 15 minutes because that's what it would have taken me.
20 minutes for me.
Holy moly, I can't get about halfway through. Oh, the back's hurting. This is the 11th consecutive year for the National Honor Society doing their Thanksgiving meal as well. So 11 years of that. So probably started under Mrs. Willis.
I would imagine, yes.
I imagine so. So if you don't know, if you've not heard of that, they put together meals for families, and it ends up being about $25 a meal. So you can provide a Thanksgiving family to somebody, or a Thanksgiving meal. Jeez.
No, Zach will provide the family.
He will provide the family. Confirmed. Confirm that. All right. So they do provide Thanksgiving meals. It's a pretty full featured meal as well.
Yeah.
You get turkey and all kinds of stuff. Also, I told you guys that I would get you details on the Harlem Wizards, and I've got details on the Harlem Wizards. So if you hadn't seen that, basketball team's coming to town for a fundraiser November 2nd, Zach. I don't know who they're going to play. Typically, they play like a team of teachers from their website anyway.
Not me.
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
Okay.
Oh, clear your calendar.
Clear your calendar. We've got a link for tickets as well, and I'll throw that in the description of the video once we're done. Student admission is $12. General admission is $15. There's a reserved area that's $40. That gives you a meet and greet 45 minutes before the event with some of the players, and a $10 voucher to spend on the souvenir shop. And then they've got day of the event tickets as well. And I saw that there's a really, really high bracket as well where you get some more stuff. But go to the website if you want to see that. It is https://pretix.eu/Harlem Wizards/Covington. So that's pretix.edu/Harlem Wizards/Covington if you want to do that.
How do you spell pretix there?
PRETIX.
Okay.
So, and we'll throw that in the description of the video as well once we're done. Last big thing I want to get to are two more things if you were interested in them. But the ham and bean dinner
Oh, yeah.
is this Saturday. The fire department's putting that on. That's always a great time. Gives you a good opportunity to go down, hang out with people, donate to the volunteer fire department. They do a lot of stuff for the community, and they'll splash some water in your house if it's burning down. So
Knock on wood.
better to have them on your good side
Yes,
than not. But the ham and bean dinner, it is I believe, free will donation. 4 to 7 at the fire station.
Is Moose going to be there? Is he part of our fire department?
He's been there before helping,
Okay.
but he's kind of like a big shot now. So I don't know if he's going to be around helping, but they do have all kinds of stuff. They have ham and beans, cornbread, hot dogs, fried potatoes. It's an awesome meal. And you get to enjoy some fellowship with people in the neighborhood. So it's really cool. And then the Halloween stuff. So Halloween's next Monday. Spooky noises from stock. We don't need a soundboard. Who needs a soundboard? Spooky stuff. We got the citywide for like business stuff is 6 to 7:30. So like if you're going to walk downtown on the Ghost Walk downtown with the businesses, all that kind of stuff, it's 6 to 7:30. And then the residential stuff is during the same time frame, just 6 to 8. So it's an extra half hour. So if you're going to pass out candy, be ready. If you're going out for candy, 6 to 8, somewhere in that time frame. But yeah, and then we've also got the Light the Night event that we're going to talk about later. That Zach's here to kind of shed some light on that. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Matt.
Yeah, no sound effects needed. Our first big topic, right? Our first big topic today is soccer. So, unfortunately, the fall sports season has ended here at Covington.
Yep.
Football got beat on Friday by North Vermilion, a very good North Vermilion team.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say their quarterback is something to watch. He's fun to watch. But that put an end to all of our sports here. Both soccer teams got beat out, unfortunately. Our tennis doubles team ran to an end. Volleyball ended up great seasons.
Yeah.
But you get to the postseason and you're going to run into a buzzsaw somewhere.
Who was our cross country person?
That is Pierce.
Yeah.
I have not seen results on that.
Okay.
So
yeah, may still be going on then.
maybe he's doing the 5K, 10K as part of the season.
Some practice.
You get some practice in, yeah. Get warmed up. But talking on that, Zach is a part of the soccer program here at Covington High School. So what do you do for soccer here at Covington, Zach?
I'm an assistant for the girls team.
Assistant for the second-year girls team.
Yes,
Yeah, that's exciting.
it is exciting.
So what does that entail? What are your responsibilities? Yelling at girls?
Yes. No, I just I like Coach Haig kind of run the thing, and that's his spot, and I just kind of observe. And if there's a teaching moment, I just kind of fill in and try to do whatever I can to help the girls get better.
Yeah, and second year, so the way it runs in Indiana, you're allowed to do postseason and everything in your first year, correct?
Yes.
And we just got done with postseason. So how did the postseason run? How did your season run this year leading up to that?
A lot different. Last year, we didn't know what to expect being a first-year program. And when we made it to, last year, we made it to the championship game. I don't know if that had anything to do with us getting reseeded into the section this year. We lost our first 3 games last year right off the bat. We didn't get our third loss this year till the last game of the season. So So, I mean, there was a lot of improvement. We had a few ties this year. I don't remember the exact record. I want to say it was like 8-3-3, or that was before postseason. 8-4-3, something
Sure.
like that. But I mean,
It was something like that, yeah.
still winning season, still solid. A lot of growth from a lot of the girls. I think there's a lot to look forward to in the future. With
Yeah.
this, so.
So that's a big learning curve, being a new program.
Yeah.
A lot of your girls played soccer before that for the high school, and then just kind of transitioned over to the girls' soccer
A
team.
few of them. We only had I think we only had 2 left. A lot of the other ones graduated from last year.
Yeah.
I think Erica and Bella were the only ones that got to play with the boys
Oh, wow.
this year. So
That's kind of neat, though. So you got kind of your own path going forward.
yeah, there are a lot of new girls that came out this year, and a lot of pleasant surprises. A lot of girls stepped up, and it was it was fun.
That's good. I know Bella had a really good goal scoring season last year.
Yeah, she
so
did
she
last
continue that as well this year, or who's your main scorer?
I would say she had about the same goals each year. Kinsey kind of came out of nowhere this year and was our top goal scorer and assister. So big shout out to her. Big improvement there.
Exactly.
Proud of her.
So you played soccer in high school,
Yes.
and I'm assuming you have more of an appreciation or knowledge for the game now. That's kind of how it
Oh
evolves,
yeah. I
right?
wish I had my knowledge.
Right? Don't we all?
My high school body. So
Exactly. So what's kind of the big difference or biggest difference that you see between the boys' game and the girls' game?
boys' games, the speed and the pace is so much faster.
Yeah.
That's one thing. When I came in, I remember how I was coached, being a guy, and you can't quite do that with the ladies. There's a
Right.
different approach. Everybody kind of learns differently, and I think some of the
How many coaches did you have?
in high school I had just counting JV coaches. I had 4. I had Ked was my JV.
Oh yeah, Kedro. Shout out Kedro.
I had
Was it Smith?
Mickey Reese was one.
Okay.
I had Mark Switzer.
Okay.
And Ryan Sowers. His first year was my senior year.
It's been a minute. I don't want to say years, but it's been a minute.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah, and that's one of the big differences in boys versus girls basketball as well. It's just pace and speed up and down the court and how you play the game because of that,
Sure.
right? So
Now,
you can see a lot more of the field when you play a slower game. You really can. And
Can we
your passes
compare
can be
that
more
with
precise.
baseball, softball?
Oh, absolutely.
Because a softball game will be over in like 4 innings of a baseball game.
And it feels like they're pitching from 5 feet away.
Yeah.
It really does. It feels like they're on top of the plate. It is so quick, especially when you get a really good pitcher. They can dominate the whole game.
Yeah.
Because it's just instant and it's crazy to watch. And it's very similar to the difference in boys versus girls on soccer as well. So postseason came. You guys ran into who did you guys run into in postseason? Faith Christian. That's right. And not the result we wanted.
No.
Faith Christian's a very good program.
They're a very disciplined
Yes.
program. They're just, and you look at it, unfortunately, they're about the same age as our kids. We at first you're like, oh, hopefully they graduate all these
Right.
upperclassmen.
Yeah. And then you look at the roster.
That's not the case. They're just a very gifted, disciplined team.
Yeah.
So
And that makes for not a fun time for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I've got 2 soccer questions for you. Zach.
oh, let's hear it.
Who kept the book?
Oh, that's a great question.
Ty Smalls.
Okay. Did he do a good job?
Yeah, he did
Okay.
a good job. He was a great manager.
Did he do as good as I did?
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Stock used to keep the book for soccer. Humble brag, right, Stock? You did a great job for several years.
Ryan and I spent the
Yes.
same amount of time minus about 2 games.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
It is.
You had a second question.
Second question.
Yeah.
How many girls took their shoes off?
Stop.
Love it.
Jokes.
Love it. So we've even had success sending girls to college now, right? So Cheyenne Haymaker is playing at, was it Parkland?
Parkland.
Yeah. Playing back in the Keep.
I'm not quite sure how their season went, but it sounded like
She was having a good season early from what I
he
heard.
was starting for him. I
Yeah.
think she got injured mid-season. It sounded like I'm not sure how serious it was, or
That's exciting though. Already sending people to, a higher level.
sure.
That's really cool. So,
Bella's going off
oh,
to play somewhere too. I forget where it is.
oh, very cool.
So
Yeah. Very competent goal scorer
Yes.
from what I've seen.
yeah.
Fun to watch. And you said you guys have a young team,
Oh yeah.
so you got a lot of people coming back.
Pretty
So,
exciting bringing that core group back. So yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So make sure you guys check that out next season. It's always nice to have people out in the stands, have investment, have people cheering, going crazy. I know just from personal experience, it made a big difference in volleyball because I was announcing volleyball. When you get that crowd investment and they're cheering and going nuts behind you, it just takes you to a different level.
Yeah. Parkland, their overall season this year was 9-7.
Okay, so over 500.
Yep.
Very cool. So shout out to Cheyenne. Here's looking at you, kid. So moving on, we've got the rant section. I know you're excited for this talk. We've got at least 2 rants, probably 3 now that Zach's here.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to take over for the rant section, go ahead.
Zack will be my permanent rant. So, rant 1, McDonald's and pickles.
They don't taste right. Okay, I'll talk about
No, their pickles do taste right.
No, they don't have flavor. Go ahead.
Just
Go ahead.
It's my
Go
rant.
ahead.
It's my rant.
I'll rant on your rant.
Okay, I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school and college. When you have a sandwich that has 2 or more pickles on it, you're supposed to lay them down so that they're touching but not overlapping. And that's supposed to spread out the flavor over the sandwich.
So
as you
each
eat.
bite gets a pickle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I get that.
I got a double cheeseburger yesterday. All of the pickles were stacked on top of each other on one side and kind of sliding off. That does not show care in your burger making.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't think they have flavor.
Spread out your pickles. No, McDonald's actually has really good pickles.
Well, agree to disagree. I'm looking at you, Michael. So rant 2, stock.
Rant 2, AT&T's website.
Oh yeah, it's so slow.
Oh,
Is that your rant? It's so slow.
yes.
Oh, it's so bad.
How is it we are in the year 2022? I can log on to any other website to pay my credit card bill, to pay my gas bill, to pay anything. It takes me like 3 seconds. Click, click,
Oh
click.
yeah,
You're
super
done.
easy. Yeah.
AT&T, I timed it once. It took me 7 minutes.
Just to pay your bill?
Just to pay my bill because of that stupid,
Oh my goodness.
hang on, we're almost there.
It's so brutal.
Oh my gosh.
It's so brutal. And you would think for a company that provides internet access,
Exactly.
you would be faster, but
Oh,
who knows?
What about rant just AT&T?
Oh my goodness.
yes, you could be that
In
too.
general,
Yeah.
yeah, brutal.
In all of my dealings with AT&T, I have talked to one reasonable and I think customer service oriented person at the whole corporation.
Was that Ross?
No.
Yeah, it's been rough at the house as well. My internet's super slow.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not a great experience. Good news on the internet front though, Starlink is coming to the area.
Ooh.
So
I don't know what that means.
it's Elon Musk's internet service, satellite internet.
Oh, great.
We'll talk about that next week.
That means your internet only works when the satellite's going over.
It only works when the sky's on. Is that what you were going to say? I love it. It only works when the sky's going. From what I've heard so far, really reliable
Okay.
and good speeds.
Okay.
We'll talk about that next Monday. We've got a
Okay.
guest coming on that has subscribed and has installed it
Already.
already.
Okay.
It's actually really cool. I talked about it. I geeked out for about 40 minutes earlier.
Here, I'll put a note down.
It's going to be a note. It's going to be awesome.
10:31.
Did you have any more rants, Song? Because I want to get to this light the night thing.
Well, I do, but it's more of a at lunch. It's more of
Is
an
it a
at
rant
lunch.
at me?
It's more of an at lunch rant. Than
Oh, okay.
On the
Okay.
on the podcast.
Tabletop conversation rather than putting it out to the world.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. We mentioned Light the Night earlier, and that's what it's called, right, Zach? Light the Night.
Yes.
So this is an event that they have. It's been every year recently. Do you know how long it's been going?
Yeah, it started back in 2004.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So what we
Holy moly!
what we had was there was like a fall type of vacation Bible school going on in 2004.
Sure.
And it kind of carried over to like Halloween time. And we thought, well, Pastor Carla Bowling
Yeah.
She kind of
Shout out
wanted
to Carla. Carla's awesome.
She is awesome. She kind of wanted to do something around that time, coming out of the Vacation Bible School, and they ended up having a thing where out on Market Street between the middle school and the First Assembly, and this was a real small thing, couple games, maybe 50 kids showed up, and she thought that turned out well, and ever since then it's just kind of progressed. The middle school gym was always kind of a backup plan in case we ever had rain or something.
Right.
Then we finally got over to the middle school gym, and from there, it just kind of grew.
Or as it will forever be known to me, the old gym.
The old gym.
The old gym.
Original gym.
Yeah, and what was it, last year? Was it last year I went? Did you see me there last year? Confirm it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was Jackson wearing like the astronaut costume last year?
I don't know.
I have been several
I was
times.
probably wearing a Forky outfit, so.
It might have been. It's a great time. It is a good time. Bring the kids out. It's a really, really fun atmosphere. And if you're looking for something to do after grabbing all that candy or during that time, it really is a good place to go. A lot of really caring people around. Caden, I'm assuming, is helping this year.
Yeah, he's not on the sign-up sheet, but he will be.
Oh, he will be helping.
At some level,
Shakes
yeah.
fist at Caden.
There's lots of games to play. It's for students ages, that's elementary level kids. Lots of hot dogs, hot chocolate, lemonade. I know you don't like hot dog stock, but that's what we're doing.
That's going to be a rant someday. So that is on Halloween,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And tentatively, I had it written down as 6:30 to 8:30.
Yep,
But I'm not sure if that's the right time.
That's correct.
So it goes later than the citywide Halloween.
Right, and
Okay.
it's kind of scheduled that way for people if they want to go through town or whatever. Hit that last half hour with
Nice.
us. Lots of games, prizes.
Convenient for everybody.
I've never been.
Oh, dude, it's really fun.
I don't have kids.
Well, you can steal one and then come in,
One of Ryan and Carrie's.
Okay.
right? No, just come in with us.
Can I borrow this one for an
Yeah,
hour?
honestly,
Hey,
come in with us.
I'll let
It's
you
a
use
fun time.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got extra?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. So really, really cool time.
Can I pick, or are you going to just give me one?
You get to take Andy.
It's random.
You didn't get her. You get the wild one. So
Well, you're going to play a lot of games then, so
Okay.
you're going to get invested. All right. Take us to the speed round. Anything we want to mention before we get to the speed round? I love the speed round. All right. So you are
I got it.
a soccer coach. So how did you get to that position? That'll be our first question. Typically, how did you get to CHS? Today, I'm assuming you walked across the street.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So,
Actually, no.
did you drive?
I went
Please
to
don't say you
I
drove.
went to drive, and I forgot that the school. I forgot they moved the buses.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I couldn't get there. Then I went over in 7th Street. I can't get there. So I'm like going clear down to 9th Street, going all the way around. All I had to do was just go over here, and I kept
Yeah,
to walk.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if you've not been around the school at either drop off in the morning or pick up in the evening, it is chaos.
It's chaos.
They've got it really well organized, but if you're a regular traveler, you're going to have problems. The buses are great, and you can get your kids dropped off really easily, pick your kids up really easily, but man, you have to go like 5 blocks out of the way to get to anyways. So
Can I do a mini rant?
absolutely.
It was better when the buses were in the drop-off zone by the middle school
Where's the drop off zone by the middle school? We're in front of the gym?
where I park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us anyway. I live 2 blocks from the school and I have to go like 6 blocks out of my way.
You're off the street. It's safer. You don't have to worry about blocking traffic.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what we need to do is just build like a sky walkway from the old
We
gym.
talked about that one year.
That'd be so cool.
We talked about that
Like the one that
when
IUPUI has.
when Evans was here.
Yeah.
Start a GoFundMe right now.
Like hey, make it happen. Sky walkway.
Do it.
And then somehow he got to skywalk at his house.
Shots fired. Oh my goodness. That's why we're going to be canceled.
Allegedly.
How cool would that be though? Like drop kids off, sky walkway.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get kids, road pizza. and then they just be right in the school. That'd be
Perfect.
phenomenal. If we
Absolutely
could route it around to the cafeteria, it'd be even better. Holy moly. All right, so you're a coach for the Covington soccer program, assistant coach for the girls team.
Sure, yes.
How did that end up? Did Damon ask you to do that, or Mr. Haig, as it's called here at the
Mr.
school?
Mr. Hay.
It's official.
So literally, I was just at the church, and Emily and Eliza Holy Cross were kind of talking, and they're like, do you know anybody that would be interested? And I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's me.
Oh, wait, they're talking about me.
So I text Coach Haig, and he's like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And this is an awesome opportunity for me, like to be a part of that. I loved
yeah.
every minute of it. Once I heard that it was possible, I had no idea he would kind of get my foot in the door, and the girls kind of asked. I'm like, maybe
This is perfect.
maybe
Yeah.
I'll just kind of ask him, because originally the first year program was supposed to be a different coach.
Yes.
It was-
Yes.
So I forget her name.
She was from Illinois.
She was from Illinois, and she showed up to a few games
Yeah,
and kind of
she did.
scouted it out,
Yeah.
and that kind of fell through. So,
I started watching some of their games that early, and I thought, wow, this is really fun. I would like to be a part of this somehow.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just be that guy that. And when it kind of happened, I was that guy. Like, I got to try to see if I can do something with this with Coach Haig, and
yeah,
door was
that's
open,
awesome.
man.
Now, can I ask you something? Because I know the answer to it, but I think it's important for the universe to know the answer.
Okay.
And Troy, when he was here, Mr. Beaver, he also mentioned this, and I think it's important. Whenever he had a decision to make, he always checked with his wife.
Oh, yeah, and you brought that up.
Yeah. Did you talk to your wife
Yeah,
about this?
so Amanda and I had to talk about it, because at this point we had 2 kids, and we're just like, is this something that's possible? Is this something we could work around your schedule? Because she's a beautician, has her own shop in West Lebanon, and
Free publicity.
Yeah, shout out.
yeah, ew. And so she kind of sacrificed some of her time with that to make it happen, and so I'm really appreciative of that. And yeah, wife, family definitely on board. In-laws, my mother, it's a family thing, trying to watch the kids, trying to
Oh, yeah.
work around the schedule. But I'm thankful for everybody jumping in and making it possible for me to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a really cool opportunity.
Yeah.
So our next question runs down to, what does Trojan pride mean to you? And you've been a student here, so you've heard that forever.
Yes.
And now you're a coach here. So what does Trojan pride mean to you?
Well, you're not only a coach here, but for some of our kids, you're a spiritual leader.
Absolutely.
Sure. What does Trojan pride mean to me?
Yes.
Well, instantly, I always think of the crazies, Trojan pride. Even when you drive around town, I mean, at one point we had black and gold, street signs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of community Covington is. I know I've had some friends like outside of the area, like, wow, Covington's they're stuck up, and
Oh, yeah. Well, it can come off as that. Yeah.
they just don't understand like the culture of it. Like they're proud of their school. They're proud of their sports teams. The support for some of these teams is just incredible. The crowd sizes that we're bringing to some of these games. I know for basketball was huge. I know playing soccer and the girls, the size of crowd we bring to an away game sometimes is just incredible.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah. And Stock can add on to that, because we got a text message that he shared with me. So go ahead, Stock.
We recently had Joey Holt on here. He graduated from Cascade, and
Cadets.
yep, someone who works at Cascade. He and I are friends on Facebook,
Instagram,
Is it
TikTok,
Instagram?
YouTube,
Okay, Instagram.
Snapchat.
I think it's Instagram.
Okay.
I'm so old.
You know them, though. That's so
Yes. He was asking about the podcast, why you and I had started it.
Yeah.
And I said it's to promote Covington, and so that the newer generation knows why we have Trojan Pride, why we're proud of who we are.
Why we talk about this, yeah.
And he said, from an outsider, I would say that the Covington gym might be the loudest gym I, quote unquote, played at. Played meaning that I got some mop up time at the end.
It's a pretty funny text, yeah.
Regionals basketball 2001. I'm not sure another soul could have creeped into that gym. It was so packed. Like I was sitting next to fans on the bench packed. Sowers and Switzer, that's your brother, not you.
Not me. No, the other one.
Yeah, Sowers and
Drew
Switzer were good. Well, Drew's the leader.
Points leader.
Point
Yeah.
leader. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy team.
Yeah. I was a sophomore and always had the best front row seat at games that year.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but Covington has always had a reputation.
Do you remember that game, Stock? I do. I vividly remember that game.
I'm sure that I was there. They all blend together for me.
Yeah. So I vividly remember that game because I was filming that game for the team. If you didn't know, from the time Ryan was a sixth grader up and through his senior year, I filmed all of his games. So there are videos of sixth grade Dean Sowers playing in his little skimpy little sixth grade uniform. But I was filming, and I usually sat mid-court up at the top. And I remember nobody would sit down. So like it was packed wall to wall. And when he's talking about you couldn't find a seat, you couldn't find a seat. There were people standing in the stairs.
Yeah.
And I remember I could barely see the tip off through the camera. I had to hold the camera up on the tripod in order to get that first shot. And it was insane. We ran an alley-oop play on the first play, and that place just exploded. It's the loudest I've ever heard a high school gym. And I can verify it was insane, and it was really, really fun. And that's the kind of atmosphere that Zach's talking about.
Yeah.
Is everybody being involved and the whole community showing up and showing out.
Yeah.
So
And it was that
Very
coach.
cool.
That was Gasaway. He was the coach.
that was Gasaway, yeah.
He was
and,
the one-
and Mr. Hutchins, who
And
commented
Hutchins.
on our other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's great.
very cool.
Gasaway was the one who started the Covington Crazies.
Yeah.
Who organized them as a student group section.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that's transitioned into Mrs. Smalls.
Yep.
So might have gotten some news on that as well.
Oh, I do have news on that.
I don't know if we're allowed to share it though.
Well,
Go ahead.
I
Go
can
ahead.
share mine because
Okay.
I don't think you know mine.
Oh,
I
you
was,
know mine then?
I don't think I know yours.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
I was contacted by a member of the community who wants to make an anonymous donation.
So we knew the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we definitely knew the same
Okay.
thing.
Is it the same person?
Probably.
Okay.
Stock, isn't it funny how the world works?
It is.
Oh, I love it. That's great.
But anyone can donate.
But yeah, absolutely. And I know the community is taxed, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
We went through all this stuff that you can give and
Yeah.
and fundraise for earlier.
Only give if you feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Only give if you feel comfortable. Only give what you can.
Yeah.
Right. Don't overstretch yourself or anything like that. But
Yeah.
if you feel inclined, you feel moved to share something, we've got all kinds of stuff going on. I didn't even mention the band fundraiser.
Oh, yeah. They're
So the
going
band
to-
selling cheesecake and stuff like that. I've already got a cheesecake sampler that I'm not going to be able to eat. so lots of cool stuff going on with that. Yeah.
I just want to make note that Zach was looking at us with a very condescending eye.
Do you want me to pan to him right now?
Yes.
There it is.
Do what?
Condescending eye. Pan to camera.
Because we're not typing like we should.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I didn't even think of that.
top 10% before anything else. That's the tithe. That's Roman, correct? I think it is.
Zach does not communion. What is it? Giving.
Giving.
Wait, what is it? Pass the plate.
No, you were right with the tithe.
Offering, yes. He
Well,
does,
that's the tithe. Yeah.
yeah, but he does the offering with some gum, so when he takes the tray, he can
Oh.
stick the gum on his thumb, pull out a fiver.
We don't use we don't use the passing plate anymore.
Makes change in the plate.
Yeah, that's once COVID kind of hit. We
Oh,
changed
yeah.
a
That
few
probably
things.
changed a lot of
We
things.
just put some boxes up in the back, and now they just drop their tithe in that way, or they give online. So
And you guys are really big into the streaming stuff now. So if
Yeah.
you want to plug your church, I think you guys stream on Facebook.
yeah, Facebook, YouTube,
Okay.
it's also through our app. You can
Through the app. Do you hear that
Ooh,
stuff?
wow.
They have an app.
Yes.
We need an app.
Would Jesus app?
We need an app. Probably. You'd hope if you want to get listened to in this culture.
Yeah.
So where would you go to find that stuff?
You can go to. It's on Google.
Facebook, YouTube.
Google has. You could download the app, and iTunes. You can download the app.
What's the app called? Just First Assembly of God Covington?
No, I don't. Let me look. See what.
Do you have it on your phone?
I
Oh,
do.
please tell me you don't have it on your
It's
phone.
called Cub One AG.
Cub 1 AG. So search for Cub 1 AG.
But you could probably type in Covington First Assembly of God.
Yeah,
That is
maybe.
the worst name.
I love it.
Well,
I love it. Zach,
I'd say
Zach
that
picked it.
I came up with it.
Confirmed. Zach picked it. So Cub 1 AG. It's on Google Play Store and Apple.
Yeah, I will take the fall if it's a bad day. So we will protect Pastor Bob of that. So,
All right. Shout out to Pastor Bob. Pastor Bob's a great dude.
hey,
Okay, so we're down to, and you said you didn't know the answer to this earlier. We'll see if you come up to it.
okay. Oh my.
What song describes you? This is from Emmy Bunch and doing the senior spotlight
Yeah.
videos.
I've got a song.
Another one for you or for
No,
him?
for him.
I don't know what song describes me. I even text my wife to try to get an answer
She
before.
said, "Stop bothering me."
Yeah,
Who is this? New phone, who did?
Oh,
yeah. Both times she said, "I don't know," and last one she told me she got attacked by a stink bug. So, so I don't have the answer.
So it turned into a horror story.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Stock, you said you had a song for Zach?
I do.
What is it?
Sing it with me, Craig.
Oh Lord, I don't even know what this is.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a mighty, mighty good man.
That was good. That was beautiful, Stock. That's how we do.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah, there we go. So that moves us into the most hotly debated question we have.
Yes.
Sock, sock, shoe, shoe.
Oh,
or
I
sock,
have-
shoe, sock, shoe.
I have an update.
And Stock has an update before we get your
I have an
answer.
update. I discovered this yesterday
Okay.
because it was 5 degrees.
It was so warm yesterday.
It was shorts, sock, sock, shoe, shoe.
Oh, so it's different if it's shorts and pants.
Apparently.
Oh, okay. You didn't know this?
I didn't know this.
Have you just discovered this since we've asked this question?
I really have.
You're learning about yourself as we go.
Thank you.
He's become self-aware.
I am. It's my first step to becoming
Oh, my.
a real man.
He's a real boy.
Socks, sock, shoe, shoe. So I put my socks on first.
Both of them. So it's sock, sock, shoe, shoe.
And I think I put my left sock on first, then my right.
So Miles would call you a normal person and not a
But then
sociopath.
I put my right shoe on, then my left. I don't know.
When do you put your pants on?
Why do you do what you do?
My pants are on after I put my door on.
So before the socks. So this is in direct opposition. This flies in direct opposition of your theory, Stock.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, Zach, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Shirt, socks, shoes.
No,
Okay.
it's sock, sock, pants, shoe, shoe.
He says.
And then you tie them how? Which one do you tie first?
It's right shoe, tie left, tie right.
While you're down there? Is this in one breath?
No, oh gosh. No, no.
I don't tie that quickly, and I also can't hold my breath that long. I love it. That's the double whammy right there.
No, I have a little
That's the
cat.
getting old.
It's a little cat seat or something at the end of my bed, and I put my foot up there when I tie them.
Ooh, okay. All right. I just love this question so much. I think it's so in depth.
Yeah, it's
And Stock learns about himself. That's all that matters.
I really do.
You just kind of do.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, that's okay.
And that's okay. Is that a Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Pat? Okay, good job, Stock. All right, and then our last question for Zach on the speed round, and then we'll close things out, is what would you like your legacy to be? And that can be either with the soccer team, that can be with the church, that can be however you want your legacy to be known.
Probably just somebody that cares. Somebody that he would listen to me. Or
No, I already took that. You have to pick something else.
Mr. Anderson says similar as well. Yeah,
But
if that's
we like him.
if that's true, then that's true. Hey-o. That's a good answer, I think.
yeah.
Somebody that was there for people. Somebody that was kind of, and you get a lot of that. So you have a lot of kids in your youth group that can come to you and confide in you if they need you. And that's kind of what we're trying to promote here as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is kind of that atmosphere where if you have a question, if you have a problem, you can come and talk to us. You won't get judged, but we'll try to help as much as we can. Stock, anything else before we sign off today?
I just want everyone to know I will always judge Zach.
Well, that's fair.
it's true.
That's fair. And he probably deserves it.
Keeps me humble.
Not me.
Exactly.
Wrap up. Let's see. Nope.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll do my wrap up. Zach, do you have anything you want to mention before we head out? Light the Night, Halloween.
Oh, I do have something.
It's in the old gym,
Yes.
also known as the middle school gym,
Yep.
from 6:30 to 8:30.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. Stock, what do you got?
The 27th is this Thursday, everyone. The 27th is this Thursday.
Maybe
Okay.
someone's
If you have Stock as a Facebook friend, you already know that it's his birthday. But don't forget to tell Stock happy birthday on Thursday, right? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday. Are you bringing cupcakes then like it's elementary school?
No, you bring me cupcakes.
That's not how it works in elementary school.
We're not in elementary
And I
school.
read in the announcements on the elementary school announcements that they have to be prepackaged food.
Oh, those
So,
poor kids.
What are the Otis cookies? What are they selling?
Otis Spunkmeyer.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring some of those.
That makes me sad.
Or some
Sam's Club.
prepackaged.
I'm in bulk.
Oh yeah, you can get the banana net muffins at Sam's Club or Fire. So all right. Closing it down. Any last words? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Got nothing.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Is that a subliminal hint for Thursday? We'll get something going for you, Stock. All right. Don't forget to wish Stock a happy birthday this week. It's his birthday on Thursday. If you see him in the hallways, if you see him around, if you see him on social media, because apparently he's a social media guru, make sure that you tell him happy birthday. 36 again.
39.
Okay, 39. All right.
I can believe it.
I don't think so.
Can't stay safe.
All right. All right. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.